Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. And if you spend enough time on this YouTube channel, you know that I am very much into investment real estate. We do other things than that on the virtual real estate team, but for me, that's 100% of my business. And so I'm going to do something probably a little counterintuitive that you don't expect me to say. And I want to let you know that there's a problem, and a problem that we really need to solve in this country. And it has to do with Generation Y, the millennials, the under 33 crowd. Because I'm very concerned that we're building a nation of renters. Now, normally you would say, well, gosh, Joe, that should make you happy. I mean, you should be grateful because that's just more renters. Well, you know, that's fine. We got a lot of renters here and we have a very low vacancy rate, but it doesn't build this country. This country was based on home ownership and owning something free and clear at some point in your life, or some place that you can truly call your own. And so we've got to do some things about the millennials. Now, let me tell you about 3 problems we have right now with millennials. Number 1 is student loans. That's the highest debt they have. So you can have a millennial that has $700 a month that they have to pay in student loans, and then a $400, car loan, and then maybe a signature loan, and then also paying for food, paying for utilities. And by the time they're done with the strict qualifying right that we have right now, they can't qualify for a loan. They have to rent. The second thing that happened is that they also sometimes have bad credit because of this. In other words, they've got to pay that student loan. You can't bankrupt student loans. And so they have to pay that loan. They have to pay the car loan because if they lose that car, but it may be a late payment, but they're not going to lose that car. And so credit problems are number 2. And because of the debt that they have, they cannot accumulate enough money that they can put back at their very young age because they've got to acquire a lot of things, furniture among others. And so they can't put enough away for home ownership. And so they're delaying families, they're delaying home ownership. This is not good for our country. Now, what we have to be is more than just realtors. What we have to be is more than just investors who are buying properties saying, woohoo, hey, more investors, more rentals for me, more higher rents. And typically these people are paying $300 or $400 higher than if they owned a home. But what we have to do is we have to do something about the student loans, because there is more student loan debt now than there is combined with car loans and credit card debt. I mean, that's incredible. We're in the trillions. And we're talking about 20-25%, as much as that could be in default right now. You know, one of the problems we have is that our governments, our state governments, are balancing their budgets on the back of students. And so they're doing less and less money for higher education. Therefore, the rates to go to college are much higher. Student loans almost become a requirement for them in order to get an education. And then the jobs that are out there are just not paying that much that allow them to put the money back. We've got to make sure that we care about our children. We care about their college education. We don't want them to ransom their future for it. We don't want them to get in bad debt for it. So we've got to do something about interest rates on student loans, which they're trying to do in Congress. But you know the problem with Congress right now, they don't want to do anything. And second of all, in the state budgets, I know we've got to cut somewhere. But the future of our country is our children. And the future of our country is home ownership. We fought a revolution for it. We need to keep it. These people need to be homeowners. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.